Smackdown. I don't have a cool little logo like WWE does because I didn't have time to print. I just wrote everything down. But I know a lot. Let me talk about the champions first of all. The WWE champion Edge, who came back at Survivor Series and inserted himself into the triple threat. And won the title thanks to Vicky Guerrero and her insertion, shall we say. I was happy, and I'll tell you why. I'm sick of... You cannot revolve a brand around a babyface champion. That's true in any company, wrestling-wise. That's why Sting is the... He's supposed to be the heel, right? He's supposed to be a heel in TNA, but he's really not. They revolve it around him. The world champion on Raw right now, yes, he is a babyface. But you know what? The people don't like Cena very much. So it's good that people are chasing him. SmackDown now has a heel champion, a dominant heel champion, six-time world champion altogether, Edge, who defeated Triple H and Vladimir Kozlov at Survivor Series. Edge is a very worthy champion. He looks like a bum now with a beard. Not that I'm one to talk with my beard, but I'm not, the flagship of a company like Edge's. But Edge will be a viable champion until WrestleMania, whoever beats him then. The tag champions, I like it. Primo and Carlito, the Colon brothers. I like these guys a lot. I like that somebody upset Hawkins and Ryder finally. It was good. Hawkins and Ryder kind of played out their little usefulness after the breakup of La Familia. And it was good that somebody upset them. That was very good on WWE's part. Finally, some thinking is going on. Shelton Benjamin is U.S. champion. I like Shelton. I always have liked Shelton. I never had a problem with him. A lot of people I know don't like Shelton Benjamin, but he's a great athlete. He's good. He talks very well. He speaks very well. Excuse me. And he's a great in-ring worker, and he's a great champion to have as the mid-card champion. He's phenomenal. And the Divas champ, Michelle McCool. Well, considering you have, honestly, you have Michelle, Bria, Nikki, Bella, Maria, Maurice, Natalia, Victoria, and sometimes Eve on that brand, you've got a lot of contenders for that championship. And Michelle is a great champion. It looks like they're going to turn her heel. If not this week on SmackDown, then they already did it, or this coming week. Hey! Hey! Hey, I live on your stairs. Leave me alone. That was Jamie. Everybody say hi, Jamie. Anyway. Michelle McCool looks like they've progressed her to a heel turn. And we'll see what happens with that. The rest of the roster on SmackDown. Let me talk about the announcers and everybody else first. That way I can get them out of the way. JR and Taz are the best team on WWE right now. JR is the best play-by-play man in the history of the business. I've said it once, I'll say it again and again and again and again and again and again. And Taz is a great color commentator. He always has been. It's a great move. They put him in the booth 6 years ago when he retired. He's tremendous. The ring announcer, Justin Roberts, is a geek. But what are you going to do? And the general manager, of course, the lovely Vicky Guerrero. The screeching witch that she is. Terrible. Get her away. Far away. Eddie is turning over in his grave if he's not looking at him and going, damn, man, my bitch is crazy. On SmackDown, you have the Big Show, who is at the end of his confrontation with The Undertaker. And we'll see what happens with that. Big Show may have outlived his usefulness once again. Ryan Braddock. Haven't seen him in forever. Don't know what's going on with him. Jesse and Festus. They are great comedic relief. And that's about it. I don't see a big use for them. If they make them tag team champions, then we'll see where they go with that. They should be tag team champions. They're right up there with Primo and Carlito as my favorites. Hawkins and Ryder is still good. Morrison and Miz, who are on SmackDown a lot, are a great team. Kendrick and Ezekiel are a great team. Scotty Goldman, Cole Cabana. We haven't seen him since late September. Where the hell has he been? I like they took him off TV to realize his character was goofy. But, bring him back as Cole Cabana. Let him be Cole Cabana. Let him be himself, It'll be good. We have a beating of a car mat in the background. I apologize if you're hearing that. The Great Khali and Ranjin Singh. He's kissing fat people. Jeff Hardy. People are going to hate me. but I am not a Jeff Hardy fan. I'm just not. You know, he's had more than ample opportunity to impress. He hasn't impressed me. He hasn't impressed me since moving to Smackdown, and he should have been, and he hasn't. Kennedy's coming back soon. He dislocated his shoulder. He was out filming Behind Enemy Lines Columbia and finishing that up. And he's coming back anytime. So we'll see what he does with his return. Kazarni. Kazarni, Aaron. Have you seen Kazarni's promos? Yeah. Again, Aaron shakes his head. I told you about this last show, a couple shows ago. When Aaron shakes his head, it's bad news. Because Aaron likes pretty much everything in wrestling. But Kazarni is... I know you don't. But Kazarni is terrible. It's so stupid. Nobody in wrestling talks like that anymore. And if they ever did, it was really bad. Ridiculous. Terrible character. Put him back in Florida. Do something else with him. I don't even know who he is. I'm going to find out. Kozlov is a great heel. He's tremendous. I never thought I'd say this, but I like Kozlov. I like that they brought him up and elevated him. He should be the heel on SmackDown for the immediate future, if not the permanent future. He's tremendous. I like him a lot. Kung Fu Naki. Really? Really, WWE? And he beat MVP a couple weeks ago. MVP on a losing streak. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. MVP should never lose. MVP is one of the greatest talents on SmackDown right now. He's still tremendous. Another great talent that they haven't used very well because he keeps losing the important matches is R-Truth, Ron Killings. R-Truth, he should be just Ron Killings. Oh my god. So stupid. Everybody knows who he is. He's using the same song he did in TNA, because it's his song. Umaga, who tore his PCL. I didn't know what the injury was. That's a bad injury for a big guy, because he can't heal that very well. That's terrible. I hope he comes back. I like Umaga. I actually never had a problem with Umaga, really. Just that, you know, he was so one-dimensional. You know, after you get past the, you know, that shit, like Khali, what do you got? You got nothing. Khali now is a goofball. What are you gonna do? I realized I had this in my head all 3 shows. I just realized I had this in. People are gonna hate me. I have important phone calls coming in. You don't understand. And of course, the former WWE champion Triple H. Always in the #1 contender spot, like a lot of guys are in the company and the brands. Maybe champion again by WrestleMania, if not at WrestleMania. I talked about the Divas already. Bria and Nikki are great. I love them. I love their act. Maria is getting much better in the ring. She's so tremendous now. She's getting really good. Maurice is better. She's not good, but she's getting there. And Natalya, who's got training from the Hearts, from her family, and from WWE, is probably the best worker on SmackDown. Her and Victoria are the 2 best workers on SmackDown Diva-wise. And one of them should be champion, not Michelle McCool. If it's turning Michelle heel, then we'll see what she does with it. But for right now, it should be Natalya Victoria. And Eve Torres is an interviewer. That's what she does. What are you going to do? Alright, that's it for the rants. No more ranting this time. But I do want to get my plugs out. I got to get the plugs out. The new channel for No DQ Talk Wrestling is www.youtube.com/NoDQTW. If you have friends that like wrestling, have never seen the show, spread the word. Because like on No DQ, we spread the news while we... Yeah. Anyway, check us out. youtube.com/NoDQTW and on MySpace. And from that, we'll say, oh, one more thing. I'm thinking about doing a fundraiser to get a guest on the show. This guest charges buku bucks to be on a talk show or an appearance or a live event or anything. If you guys are interested in that, give me feedback. Let me know if you're willing to donate whatever you have. If I get enough of you, I only need $5 from each of you or so. So we'll talk more about that in the weeks to come. But let me know, would you be willing to donate money for me to get this guest on the show? I'm not going to say what guest until I know for sure you guys are interested. But in the meantime, we'll see you next time on Talk Wrestling.